Hi there, Scorpio. Welcome to your June 2022 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. Scorpio. I've been, discussing the air signs and Scorpio. There are different reasons for that. I was doing videos that kind of covered some of those areas, and people writing to me telling me about it, so it's kind of interesting. Oh, interesting. I just said interesting again. Alrighty then. Okay, I'm trying to think astrologically here what is going on that could be causing some of these things. The heart of the matter is the King of Swords. So this can be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I always think of Aquarius because they seem, well, first of all, they're the last air sign. So I think of the king as it's considered chronologically the oldest. Even in the upright position, I think that this individual can be somebody who is not in touch with their feelings. Scorpio people are in touch with everybody's feelings, right? The whole, I was going to say the whole world's feelings, but maybe I'll leave that for Pisces. But the thing is that the king can be the father too. So it can be one of these things where if you were walking around feeling like, my father never told me he loved me, my father never loved me, poor me, and you have bosses, male partners even, and you project onto them that same attitude. This can be you, though. You may have to withdraw emotionally for some reason. In the past position, we have the Four of Cups. You can see just based on the body language that this person is not having it. What is this person not having? A cup being given to him. What is the cup representing? All water signs. So this can be an offer of love, somebody who loves you and you don't love them. Maybe somebody who keeps hurting you and you you forgave them and they just keep doing it, and it finally got to the point where you no longer have the same feelings for them. And it just is what it is. It's not even, it is what it is. And that person under the tree can be you, and you finally have had enough, and you have to kind of just totally remember every time that they did something, because the swords are all about the mind, and the king is kind of that highest sense of self-mastery, we would see with the king. So the king uses his thoughts in a way, the King of Swords, I should say, in a way that is of the highest service to himself. The Queen of Swords is still including other people, still has that sensitivity, but is beginning to become more detached from a situation. But the king definitely is like, this has to stop. I can't allow somebody else. Maybe that person has a game where they keep offering you love, and then once you open your heart, they close up again. The higher message is the Seven of Wands, standing your ground. And also another thing too is that if this is like a workplace situation, you may be involved with a boss who withholds praise, and you feel this sense of like, I don't know where I stand. Understand that when people do that, I believe a lot of times they're trying to keep you on your toes. They're trying to keep you hungry for their praise, so you're going to try twice as hard. And I'm not saying that if that's true, that means that you should just mail it in and not even care. But you shouldn't worry about what somebody else thinks of you if the boss approves or not, because you have the right to feel comfortable about, going into work every day. And if somebody has kind of like, if maybe they blow hot and cold, and sometimes I notice that happening, and that is crazy making, because then you really start to think, oh, I must have done something wrong because this person is being kind of giving me the cold shoulder. And then sometimes they're really like complimentary and everything, and right when you think that they hate you, then they say something nice, and you're just kind of, what's going on? Well, they might not even know why they're doing it, but I do think that sometimes people are, again, it's like it's a form of manipulation, but like I said, they might not even realize that they're doing it. You have to be unconcerned with their opinion of you. You know that saying, what somebody else thinks about me is none of my business. That can kind of just put that to rest. What crosses you is the Fool card. Scorpio is having eclipses. As a matter of fact, you just had a lunar eclipse, didn't you? And of course, everybody felt that, because it affects every sign. Even if it's not in their sign, it still affects people. And for you, this may have been something fundamentally over, a part of your life that is over. Now, what does that mean? When something is over, it means that something is about to begin. But the Fool card is in the challenge position. This is the very first card in the tarot and the major arcana, 0, the 0 point, meaning it's at the absolute beginning, before there has been anything added to it. And what that basically means is that you have the opportunity, and this will become really potent for you in the month of October, when you have a solar eclipse in a very early degree of your sign, 2 degrees of Scorpio. And this is actually, the date of the 25th of October is not really even the point, because you might feel it you might feel it in September or sometime. But the bottom line is that Scorpio is getting hit with eclipses, and the Fool is about yearning to start anew, but it's not that easy, because you may have unfinished business with somebody. You may want to leave a job, but you're perhaps, Scorpio's a fixed sign, so you tend to tolerate situations longer than maybe you should sometimes. Sometimes it might be a good idea to stay in a situation even if it isn't something that you're really thrilled about. There might be times when it's a very practical thing to do, or whatever. You want to do it. It's convenient. But sometimes you just are afraid of the unknown. And the Fool card is about embracing the unknown. So it's like you have to get from A to B in 2022. And so we're about halfway through this year. By the time 2022 is over with, you may have some big changes in your life. I say may because I don't want to, build it up in case sometimes, these eclipses may not be that, dramatic for some people. But if it does happen, it'll happen whether you want it to or not. That's the whole point of eclipses, is that they are faded periods of time. So embracing change, certainly, embracing the unknown is certainly a wise thing to do. What is coming in is the Empress, and this is a card that's connected to Venus, also to the signs Taurus and Libra that are ruled by Venus. You can even see the symbol of Venus, and it's like heart. There's like a heart, a gray heart there. You probably see that on the bottom of her chair. This is a card of the mother archetype, the Earth Mother especially. This is a card of abundance, creativity, the divine feminine. Scorpio is a feminine sign, and Scorpio, men and women, because you are intuitive, that is a feminine gift, intuition. And so even Scorpio men can have a higher than normal intuition, sometimes to the point of really unnerving people, just like having like a very strong perception about other people. And there could be like, actually, now that I think about this, Scorpio, there could be money here, because I was going to just say that could be really good for abundance. And then I got as the outcome card the Ten of Pentacles, which is a card of affluence. This is also a card of inheritance. This is, I would say, the top inheritance card. And that's why, the King of Swords in the center of this reading, I was thinking maybe of a father's estate, perhaps, or something like that. But the two cards that surround that King of Swords are rather, challenging in a sense. So that might be what is going on, is that you have to meet some challenge emotionally, as well as kind of standing up for yourself. And then you will get these two, you will get the money, that it's not just, you're going to get this money, but it's really about something that has lasting power, that has, Ten of Pentacles. If this is love, for instance, it could be generational love. This is a card of generational wealth. It can be generational love. And the Empress is sitting pretty on her throne. She's not, I was going to say, hardly, what do they say, working hard or hardly working, you know what I mean? And the reason is that Venus is the attractor. So, you think of Saturn, you think of hard work, and you think of Venus, the attractor. And, people with the law of attraction, one of the most important parts about that is because we've been conditioned to really feel that we have to work hard for what we get. And not to say that that doesn't ever happen and that you can't be successful working hard, but I don't feel that that is the wave of the future, let's put it that way. I think that's more of the Piscean age, that we kind of like are martyrs and things like that. When you really love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And so it's not even, you wouldn't even say, I worked hard, because you know how people say, I worked hard, played hard, and I just think that's an oxymoron to say played hard. You just get really absorbed in what you're doing. And so the Four of Cups is somebody who is kind of like not feeling it. And that's not, Scorpios can't really continue down that road, because you are so passionate about life. and about the things that matter to you. So it's always important for you to find those outlets where you can channel that very intense energy into it. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.